this around so I can see. And clap. How you doing, guys? Trace Lucas here, Lucas Vision Podcast. I am here with the world-renowned, blowing up here in the Carolinas and around surrounding areas. I am here with Coach
Tay. It's
Beth.
Coach Tay the perfectly flawed way.
Coach Tay. So people who don't know who you are, tell a little something about yourself.
I am, number one, I am the founder and owner of Hearts of Hope Safe Haven Incorporated, nonprofit that works with disadvantaged and foster kids. We help giving them the full experience of prom and different goals that they want to chase. And then I am model coach, Coach Tay, model coach. I've been working and doing model coaching for the last 2 years. My area of expertise is coaching the youth and the kids, but I do coach adults. And then I am also a confidence coach and a model too, and a photographer.
Okay, so let's start with how you first got started with the Safe Haven. How did that come about?
In order to understand Hearts of Hope, you got to understand me. I created this organization off of things that I wish I had and off of experiences that were exposed to me and took me to places that I wasn't prepared to go. Some people think I just popped up on the scene for modeling, but I actually started modeling at 17. Got my first paid gig with Sears Portrait Studio. So my actual first model job was actually in the print area of modeling.
Okay. So how did the whole modeling come about with the Safe Haven both combined together?
So a few of my teachers sponsored me to go to my military ball. They gave me the full experience. Like, they did my hair, they got my dress, they got my feet done. They even paid for my pictures to get done. And we went to Sears to get my pictures taken. Sears liked the pictures so much, so they asked my mother if they could use the pictures for promotion. From there, my picture was used for promotion. I was known in high school as the girl whose picture was up in the mall. When you walked in the mall, the local mall, my picture was up for the campaign ad for Sears.
Okay. So how was that experience?
That was mind blowing. Definitely was. That's what opened the doors for modeling. My grandma was like, well, Sears wants you. I know everybody in the world probably going to want to see you. And she plastered my pictures all over the place. John Casablanca called me. That is actually located here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We came. My mom brought me here to see if it was something I wanted to do. She signed me up. We went through it. I said, well, since modeling was leading me to North Carolina, that's how I picked my college. That's how I decided to go to Shaw University.
Okay.
Because it was really close to John Casablanca. And, yeah, that's how this little girl from Delaware made her way all the way to North Carolina. It was a chase of a dream of modeling. And I feel like it came back around just to prove to me it's possible, so I can continue to teach that message.
Okay. So what is the main goal when it comes to your mentorship?
The main goal is to teach and restore growth mindsets, showing that everything is possible despite where you're at, despite where you've been. Understanding that doesn't determine where you're going tomorrow. And so just taking kids from all walks of avenue and exposing them to things that they felt like was never possible.
Okay. So how many kids have you done tutored so far or helped out with your organization?
Oh, God.
Because you got some real hitters on your team.
Oh, yeah. Well, my nonprofit has been active 7 years.
Okay.
So I've been working with kids for the last 7 years. But on my team, brand ambassadors, so my brand ambassadors, I have a total of 6 right now.
Okay.
That's like solid. Like, they go with me pretty much everywhere I go. But as far as Hearts of Hope, the number of kids that we've reached is off the top of my head, I can't even think right now. Honestly, I can send you the stacks. I got them written down. We got to keep that up for our nonprofit. But off the top of my head, I've sent about 6 kids to prom. I'm lying, because Durham sent me 9 by itself one year. So I think I'm up in the 30s when it comes to how many kids I sent to prom. I think I'm around 30s. dorm room experience. I've done that for 5 kids. As far as like coaching and building confidence, man, that number's good over 300.
Okay.
Yeah, good over 300. Yeah.
So, how's that feeling knowing that you help all these kids retrieve with prom, college dorm rooms? How's that feeling when you get one done? But I know you got one on the way that you take care of. But that first feeling that you got, how was that?
It was actually healing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole process of everything that I'm doing is being tested within myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything that I pour into other people, into myself, so that I can build that healing, so I can build that growth, and that's how I know if it's working, because it's been working on me. And I do know there's no one way approach, but there are people out there that are like me and could learn just like me, and so I'm taking what I know and reaching those that I can reach, and it just feels good to know that I can make a difference in someone's life. I feel like a lot of my purpose is to give back and to pour into other people, and so when I get to pour into other people, I feel like I'm living in my purpose, and it makes me feel complete.
Okay. Now, one of the things I have experienced with you was your fashion show that you put together last year.
Mm-hmm.
You got it going again this year, coming up in June,
July.
July.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the idea? How did that whole idea of doing the fashion show come about?
Ooh, you got a good way of segmenting everything in here. Okay. So the fashion show, definitely, for me, uh, the fashion, the beauty, the modeling has also played a part in my healing.
Okay.
And so my love for those, and my love for making a difference in others, and my love for social work, because that's what my degree's in, and my love of being, love of therapy, I wanted to merge the two. I felt like that was a good approach to merge the two. And so I took fashion, made a fashion show, brought people in, people that didn't even know that they were dealing with stuff that they felt like, or didn't even know they need healing from. We brought them in, and we took my approach of the modeling therapy on top of putting on a show, and we brought all types of people together, and it's just been working. We're in season 4. I'm excited to see where this year goes. We've had some hiccups. We've had some things, change, and there's some things that's been a little bit slow starting, but this whole fashion show is God's vision. So no matter what may go wrong against it, it's gonna flourish, because overall, essentially, I do it for the kids. I do it to make a difference, and I do it to pour back into people.
So you said this is fashion is therapy for some people. I know some people I take photos of, they do it just to get out of their regular day life.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way when you do your photos?
I do. That all plays a part in it. It's confidence building, right? You gotta get yourself did up. You gotta present yourself a certain way in pictures, and if you want them to look a certain way, you have to reach a level of trust with yourself. And I feel like it does heal you. It does build confidence. I feel like it gives you a level of strength, and it gives you something to brag about.
Yeah. Your photos lately have been definitely off the chain. You have been on social media like firecrackers going off. Where did this whole takeoff come from?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. It started with one phone call. Actually, it started with you. It started with a call with you. You wanted to do photos. We did photos. Then another person asked for photos, and then I was like, I'm gonna rebrand myself. But I was rebranding for Hearts of Hope, and my good brother Rob, he did those pictures, and next thing I know, I got a call from Miss Jennifer Baker from Metro's Interface saying, we want you to be our guest model. And I was like, wow. And when I say literally from there, 2 years ago, I have been nonstop. And I don't know what I'm doing. Like, people ask me all the time. I don't. I think I just show up for myself. And I believe. Like, I speak a lot. Like, I manifest a lot. I say I'm going to do this. I do it. And I believe in that stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. Like, it's God, honestly. God been showing off. And I just been riding the wave and taking the ride with him and trusting him. So, yeah.
Like, I definitely seen you being in the New York Fashion Week twice.
Yes.
Has it been more than twice?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in New York Fashion Week twice. I've worked New York Fashion Week twice. The first year I went to New York Fashion Week, I was the photographer and runway coach for a youth brand, a designer, Tailor Made by Tay. Got always shout them out because they are who started the coaching. Um, but it started with them, and they took me as their traveling photographer. And she seen when I was doing one of her workshops, like how I was pouring into the kids, how the kids took to me. And from there, she was like, "I want you to be my youth, my coach." And I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And so, my first year in New York, I got to say the kids that walked in New York Fashion Week were kids I coached, and that was an amazing feeling. Like watching them, not only did I get to watch them, but I got to take their pictures on the runway. So that was an epic experience. And then my next time around, I was again there just to work, and an opportunity was presented. I got a phone call. Got the phone call. Took off to the location. Got there. Great opportunity. Of course, there was a little hiccups in between. Originally, I was supposed to walk for another designer the day before the day I actually walked. I could tell it was prejudgment based off of my appearance compared to the other models that was on the lineup. Right before we were getting ready to walk out on stage, the designer tells me, "You're a backup." And I'm like, "I don't know what that means." Okay. So, of course, heartbroken, whatever, go through that experience. Next day, get the phone call. That experience ended up being even bigger because that experience went from just me knowing that I was just going to walk in New York Fashion Week to I making the New York Post, one of the biggest media outlets in the world. And that was epic. That was epic.
Okay.
That was epic.
All right. I'm going to get you some more about this New York Fashion Week after we take a quick break.
How you doing, guys? Faith Lucas here, Lucas Regional Photography. So, you guys got something special coming up for that special someone, or you need a room decorated with special occasion for birthdays, anniversary, or are you looking to propose? Hit up Kizzy with All About You Date Night, and she can take all that stress off your hands. Hit up Kizzy at 919-802-8120. All About You Date Night, where date is easy again.
All right. So, back to New York Fashion Week.
Yes, yes, yes.
You walked the runway and you also took pictures. Which one you prefer?
Oh, I love pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer pictures. Runway is fun, but I love the form of art of photography. I love being able to be as creative as I want, as expressive as I want, and there's no limits in photos. Like when you're on the runway, it's with the designer one. You ain't there to sell yourself. You're there to sell the clothes.
Yeah.
And of course, some commercial print where you're selling things, but you still get to express yourself with your body. You get to show different forms, different styles, and I think that's what I enjoy the most. That's my area of like fun. Like I love photos. I love taking photos.
Okay. So when it comes to doing photos, when did you get your first start?
My very first start was, like I said, 17 with Sears, and then RIP to Ellis Grubbs. I tried to do like a little comeback when I was like a little thicker and a little bigger. Wasn't nobody trying to work with me. And Ellis was like, "I'm gonna shoot with you. I'm gonna shoot with you." He recently passed away, so RIP to him. But then I took some time off because it wasn't working, and I lost weight, 190. It used to be 190, size 17. Went all the way down. We ain't gonna go say how low we went down, but we lost enough weight. I'm now size 4, and that's when people start seeing me again. So yeah, then like I said, Tracy offered me my first photo shoot back on the scene after working with Ellis, and it's just been growing. My model coach, though, I have to give him love. My model coach is Roosevelt, Mr. Everything, who is a model himself. He's a professional wrestler. He's been on WWE, but that is who originally taught me how to model at 17. And then to give all credit to those who like, "Oh my God, how are you so good in photos?" Yes, I already knew how to pose, but I gotta give Donda B her big ones because that is the one that's in my inbox. Like, try this post, try this post, try this post, keep practicing. I send her all my photo shoot work to have her critique it so I can grow and get better for the next one. So those two people are who has creds on coaching Coach Tay. Okay? Just wanted to make sure I clarify that.
So how important is it to you to critique yourself after you get your pictures back and we want to see a video of you walking? How important? How often
critique.
do you do that?
Oh, every time. I am my biggest critique. Like, I am my biggest critic. Like, my friends be like, girl, you don't shut up. Like, literally, they be like, do you not know who you are? They be like, they get so mad at me. They be like, you are that girl. Like, you. I be like, I don't know how. They be like, what? Like, do you not see you? I be like, man, no. Like, even now, like, they be reminding me, like, Shantae, you are hot. Like, Donda, like, a couple of my friends, they be calling me. So it's like the fact that, like, anybody could feel a way about me or feel like I'm coming in and overstepping or taking any place or anything like that. That is not who I am. I'm just trying to shine in my own purpose, and I believe in uplifting other people. So as long as you know, walk right with me, I walk right with you. So yeah.
All right. So when it comes to your photography, you've been taking pictures how long as a photographer?
I started actually with phone photography, and I think that was about 2017. I think. Yeah. And I was taking pictures. I went to Las Vegas and I took pictures of Las Vegas skyline, and the Las Vegas travel site wanted to use my picture of the skyline. And then I had a couple people like offer to buy like my pictures that I took when I was in the plane of the clouds, and I was just like, these are phone photos. Like, what? I was mind blown. Then I was asked to do a photo shoot for a t-shirt brand, and I was like, I don't got no camera. All I got is my phone. I was like, I trust you with the phone. Literally, I took a photo shoot with my phone, and it was published. And then I was like, well, if I could do that with a phone, I can only imagine what I could do with a camera. So professionally with a camera, I've been working with the camera since 2020. Yeah, is when I first picked up the camera. Was in 2020, so 4 years now.
Okay. 4 years as a professional, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it going so far?
I love it, and I got to give credit to my mom for that. My mom was a professional photographer. What I didn't put in my story of how I got put on for Sears, my mom was actually one of Sears' photographers. She was the photographer that took my pictures that Sears ended up wanting to use as promotion.
Okay.
So I actually inherited, honestly, my grandmother, she wasn't a professional photographer, but she was the photographer of the family. Like, you can go to her house and my grandma gonna have all the pictures. She was the one with the disposable cameras with all the little rolls of film all over her house that she needed to go get developed. Like, so I think I inherited. But as far as like how it's going now, I love it. I enjoy it. It's another form of how I build confidence in people. My photography is more of along the therapy session. So I've stepped back on doing a lot of like power shoots, meetups, and things like that, and focus on more on one-on-one clients, using that for confidence building. So it may seem like I haven't been working, but trust me, I am working every talent that I have. I just don't post a lot of those sessions that I have because it's vulnerable moments where we're tapping into how you feel about yourself personally, learning how to embrace who you are, because I am a photographer that does very little editing as possible. My goal is to, when I take your picture, is to make sure that I shoot the picture where you enjoy you and embrace who you are. So I pay attention to the imperfections that you're trying to hide. I pay attention to the things that you complain about. And I take my pictures based off of that. And once I take a picture, I'm showing you how to appreciate you versus changing you to like you.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you say your style of photography is? Are you more of a natural light shooter? Or?
Oh, yes. I am a natural light girl. I love me a natural light. I'm working on the lighting, y'all. I know that plays a big part, but I'm definitely big on natural lighting. Because natural lighting shows natural beauty. Once you start getting into the more studio work, it's like a little bit more playing and altering and lights and things like that. Where, like I said, my photography is focused on more so confidence building, and I do like business and models and stuff like that, but I just don't do like a lot of power shoots.
Okay. All right. Get back to do some more. Take another quick break. Got the sun coming out, changing everything on the screens here. So we'll get this taken care of. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So, what you got new coming out that you're working on?
So the newest project is our Perfectly Flawed coaching program, which you will be able to have access to the model therapy that we are launching. There's only one other person, I've done my research, out in the world doing runway therapy, and I'm doing model therapy. The one other person doing runway therapy is Lolita with Strut Talk, who is currently my mentor. And I met her by accident. Heard what she was doing, heard how much it sounded so much like what I wanted to do, and what better way to get strength is by getting mentored by someone who's doing what it is that you're trying to do or inspired to do. And so I am currently working on launching the official Perfectly Flawed coaching programs, and I will be doing traveling speaking engagements with it as well, and we have quite a few different therapy healing methods that we'll be using.
Okay. So, how did you come up with this idea? It was going being around her to see what she's doing, or just an idea that you had going on in your head?
No, it actually started, like I said, earlier in the interview, where my love for fashion and modeling, and my love for social work and therapy, and that was me merging them together. So to meet someone who was doing something that I was trying to figure out how to make a thing was just a bonus. I think that was like God showing off, like, oh, I hear what you're saying. Let me give you access. Let me guide you. And so, I pay attention to her, but try not to watch her too much, because the goal isn't to imitate her. The goal is to be inspired by her. And so I am inspired by her and by Strut Talk and everything that they do. And it gave me hope to know that there is someone else out there that believes in the same thing that I believe. So with knowing her success with it, I know that it's possible for what I'm trying to do with it. And so we have a little bit more different twist, like hers focus on runway, and ours is the whole makeover confidence building part of it, like building yourself up. And if that's doing photo shoots or a makeover or a runway class or just a one-on-one therapy session, that's how we approach it.
Okay. So, how would people get in contact with you if they want to get your services when it comes to the mentoring or doing photos?
Okay, so as of right now, my website is being rebranded and relaunched, but you can find me on my nonprofit's website at hohsafehaven.com. You can always get access to Coach Tay there. You can follow me at Coach Tay _142, which means I love me. That's the whole point of Coach Tay Perfectly Flawed. And you can find me on Miss with a Z 302 Tay. That's my model page on Instagram. You can follow HOH Safe Haven on Instagram. That's the fashion show. I mean, the nonprofit. And then Fashion Hills All you can find on Instagram as well.
Okay. Now, I've been to the Fashion Hills All fashion show last year. I saw the adults. I didn't get there in time to see the kids. But the show was definitely something you don't want to miss. It's definitely something different than any other show that I ever been to when it comes to taking pictures. The way they walk, the way they style, everything is totally different. So I would say definitely get your tickets to come see this lady, hear what she do with the kids in the fashion show.
Listen, if he is excited about how we came out last year, We done changed the whole runway up. Y'all got to be there. Get y'all tickets. You will be able to find them on Eventbrite, on HOHSafehaven.com. Fashion Hills, all look it up. We'll be having tickets on Facebook to sell. Tickets go live in April, which is only a week and a half away. But yeah, they go live in a week and a half. So be on the lookout for that.
All right. It's Coach Tay. Make sure you follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media you can find her on. And we are out.